You were ready for that.
I was ready for it, motherfucker. I was waiting to pull out the fucking Prologue in Heaven line.
You waited so long. Was it worth it?
Definitely.
Yeah, I'd say it was as well.
Yeah. All right, let's whip out those rule books and sheets.
Okay. Oh yeah. Also, Chronicles of Darkness is meant to play like it's mostly described as like a TV show style of play,
Mm-hmm.
and things are broken up into scenes.
Mm-hmm.
So sometimes there might be more railroading, but I'm trying to, I really like. Oh, hold on. All right. Anyway, but yeah, I like player choice, so I'm trying to keep it as open as possible.
Yeah. Don't worry, I'm good. It's good. It's all good.
Also, I'm going to be eaten sometimes to not die.
What? Nah, he'll be fine. You'll be fine. You don't need to eat. Food isn't necessary.
Food is entirely unnecessary.
Why eat when you could have magical girls?
That's my wish, to not need to eat.
Cube, eh?
That would be a horrifying magical girl power.
That would. It really would.
I was about to say, what do you think would be the worst wish to make to give the worst magical girl power, but then I realized that would definitely put us on a path to a tangent.
Yeah. We can talk about witches later. And by later,
Yeah.
I mean never.
What witches?
What witches? This is just a prologue in heaven.
Prologue in heaven.
Prologue in heaven,
Alright.
of which the little thing is totally a grief seed that I never realized.
Oh shit, it is.
Alright.
Wait, I thought it was a soul gem.
It could be either, really.
I mean, one is
Yeah,
the other.
yeah. I love that whenever we go over Madoka spoilers, we're just like,
Nah.
Just make incomprehensible sounds. Hopefully they didn't catch it.
It's fine. No one will catch on.
It's fine. Alright, Adam.
Alright. Well. Oh, this is weird. I'm doing narration, but it's not for D&D.
Impossible.
This is so strange.
This has never happened before, except that one time that it did happen.
Yeah. Okay. I need to get into the mood for this. This is so weird.
Not sure.
Let's get appropriate music.
Oh, no.
This is a happy, fun magical girl show, don't you know?
Yeah?
Yeah.
Is that right?
Which is why, yeah, it's a happy, fun magical girls. You know me.
Yeah,
I make the happiest stories with no depression in them whatsoever.
Is that right?
Just like Ganir Ibuchi.
Ibuchi, motherfucker. Ah, nice.
The first thing you hear is the sound of barking and something pressing on your stomach. Your eyes immediately shoot open as you hear as your alarm blares next to your bed, and Cerberus bounces on your stomach barking, trying to get you up. A horrifying shot runs through your head. You're late for school.
Ah, god damn it. To just start getting up, throwing everything off her bed. Probably a bunch of stuffed animals that she had when she was a kid.
Probably. You whirl around, quickly getting in all your stuff, and manage to come stumbling out of the bedroom, still trying to put on the skirt. You can see your father currently cooking dinner, or not cooking dinner. Currently preparing some form of lunch or breakfast at the kitchen counter. Ah, morning.
Dad,
I see you're up late.
Dad, I'm already late.
Indeed you are. I wanted to wake you, but, well, it is Friday after all. I figured you deserved a little rest.
But if it's Friday, being late doesn't help me.
Well, from, he looks at his right wrist, which has a watch on it. You currently aren't too late. You could probably still make homeroom if you rush fast enough.
Yeah.
And do you want to just sprint out the door?
Yeah.
You immediately sprint out the door and start sprinting down the street towards school. Wait, Soph, you forgot your lunch. Alright. And then he goes back to preparing stuff.
No.
You begin sprinting down the road, trying to get back to school. Your mind's racing as you keep your feet just move one in front of the other, and suddenly you slam into something hard and go tumbling to the ground.
Ow.
As you wipe your eyes, you see there's a woman in front of you, and by woman, I mean 16-year-old girl. She's about the same age as you. It appears you slammed right into her. She's wearing the school uniform of your school. The
I assume
white
so.
button-up with the brown tie and beige sweater vest, and a light blue knee-length skirt. Contrasting with that, she appears to be wearing sneakers and ankle socks. And her hair is done up in 2 long braids. Her black hair is done up in 2 long braids. She gets up and rather stumbly gets to her knees as she seems to run her hands on the ground looking for something. You notice that her lavender eyes appear almost dull and lifeless as she searches the ground for her very thick-rimmed glasses. They're black and square with extremely thick lenses. She seems probably blind without them as she just gropes aimlessly on the ground.
Just get to grab it for her.
Alright, you pick up the glasses. She
Yeah,
doesn't
no.
notice. Uh-huh. She looks up in the direction of your voice. Uh-huh.
Just gonna grab her hand and put it in her hand.
You put the glasses in her hand, and she looks at you, and as she places her glasses on, you got my glasses?
Yeah, I ran into you.
Oh. You noticed me. Most people don't do that.
Wait a minute, she like taps her left eye, her right eye. Ah, shit. Turns around, pulls it out of her bag, puts on the eye patch.
Is your eye alright?
Yes, that is the evil eye. I cannot show it to anyone. Forgive me, you have been cursed for 10 years.
Oh. Okay, then. So, what's your name?
My name is Ryoma Sin.
Oh, that's nice. Never mind. You don't need to know my name. It's not important. And she seems to sigh and just starts walking towards the direction of the school.
Alright then.
I mean, she's still there.
Yeah,
You very clearly see her. What do you want to do?
she's gonna keep walking.
Oh,
It's not like she's gonna outwalk her. It's like, what's she gonna do? Outwalk her? Nah.
I mean, you are currently late.
Wait, we're late.
Huh?
We're late.
We're late? Oh. Also, please roll. We're gonna have the first roll.
Oh shit.
And here is the dice roller.
Oh. Ooh.
So it's gonna look a little weird.
Sharkbonepodcast.com.
Yeah. So, let me explain this interface.
Alright.
So, first, the thing you'll probably notice first is the reason box. The reason box is, during combat, as this is a game of character motivation, you have to explain what you want out of the combat. It doesn't have to be very complex, it can even just be kill the dark spawn.
Kill it
But-
real good.
Yeah. Or protect blank and blank. Who knows? Then target number. That's the number that a dice has to land on to count as a success. It should be
Mhm.
set to 8. That is the default, and that's what we'll be keeping it at.
Mm-hmm.
Then you'll see roll again on blank. It should be set to 10. Roll again is if your dice lands on a 10. Excuse me. It counts as it's essentially a critical success, and it rolls again.
Mm-hmm.
Certain abilities give you bonuses that let you roll on. It gives you 9 again or 8 again. We're just keeping it on 10. And then there's mega dice. I have no idea what those are, so don't click that.
They're regular dice, but really big.
But really, yeah. And do not have one cancel success.
All right.
Now, what I want you to roll
Uh-huh.
is your wits plus your composure.
Oh
I
no.
believe. Let me check my notes. Awareness roll. Yeah, wits plus composure at a -3 penalty.
How do I roll that?
Well, if you go to your copy of your magical roll character sheet,
You
should see-
it's 4.
Yep.
I got
Yep.
2 wits and 2 composure, so it's 4.
Yep. So you got 4. So, and it's at a -3 penalty, so you roll a singular dice. So, in the dice roller, just on the left side, there's a +1 dice, -1 dice, +5 dice, +10 dice. Just
Mhm.
+1 dice and roll it.
All right, let's see. Dice result 3 successes at number 8. Number of
So,
what?
and it should say in the green boxes, it should say green box and there's a 0 in it.
Yep, 0.
Yeah, it's the number of successes you get.
Yeah.
Okay. Now I need you to make me another roll.
Uh-huh.
Let me check my notes. It is roll intelligence plus composure.
Oh no. That's 3 dice.
But you don't have a -3 penalty this time, so just intelligence plus composure.
Nice. 0 successes.
Alright. You whirl around, I gotta get to class. And you wonder, why were you out here in the first place? You ran into something? Like maybe a telephone pole or something? But you don't know why you're staying around in the middle of an empty street with no one around you. But you do know you're late for class, and you better hurry up.
Yeah.
Excuse my eating sounds.
Yep.
Okay. Now, you continue sprinting to class. Also, I know you have a large variety of slice of life music.
That's
You wish
so.
to provide that.
Yeah. All right. I should have opened them beforehand. But yeah, I'll get that going. You just yeah.
I'll eat.
Yeah.
I'll provide you with ASMR eating sounds.
Oh no.
Do you like that?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Mmm. Nice eating sounds.
What's the mood of this slice of life?
Getting to class, just standard stuff.
Fun, Dio might work.
Sure, do that then.
We're gonna talk about eating. What were they called? The first episode of Lucky Star is basically like 10 minutes of talking about how girls eat their specific kinds of foods.
Hmm.
Very, very good. Very fun. Very. I
Alright.
like it.
While you search that, I will continue the narration.
Yeah, you do that.
Unaware of why you were just standing in the middle of an empty street, you continue sprinting towards the school and eventually manage to make it. You sprint right through the double doors, pushing a number of students out of the way, as you run right up the steps and burst into the classroom. Because you're standing just on the edge of the precipice, just as everyone in the room stares at you. Ah, Sophia, you are here.
I told you it's Ryoma.
Well, my notes say your name is Sophia, as do all your official documentation. And our policy is to call you what your official birth name is. Now please have a seat, Sophia.
Mm,
The teacher points to the empty desk.
fine. Just takes a seat.
You sit down. The room is almost entirely full, except for like one empty desk that's like to your left. You're not entirely sure why it's empty.
Is it the
But-
window seat?
It's the window seat,
Nice.
but it's always been empty. You aren't sure why though. Roll intelligence plus composure, or not intelligence. Maybe intelligence? Was it intelligence? Let me check again. I need to memorize the roles you need in this one. I've memorized D&D, now I need to memorize these ones. Yep, intelligence plus composure again.
Is there a minus on that?
Nope, no minus.
All right. Maybe this one won't be god awful. If it, no, don't lag on me now. All right, let's see. Wait, yeah, it's 2 successes.
Suddenly something flashes in your mind. You feel like someone's supposed to be sitting there. Like there is someone there, but not. You feel really confused. But some weird memories are popping up, like something involving a girl with black braids or something. You're snapped out of your dream by the teacher calling on you. Ryoma, she catches herself. I mean, Sophia. Sophia. She mentally chides herself by calling you Ryoma.
I am winning.
Yep, you are. Sophia, could you please solve the math problem? I've asked you twice now.
Nah.
Nah. Sophia,
Mm-hmm.
please come to the board and solve the problem.
Got it. Gonna walk
And-
up to that board.
You slowly walk up to the board. A couple of students in the back snicker. And with that, we're going to fade to black. Hours and hours pass as you go through your classes.
For
and
the
finally,
record, she totally didn't write any numbers. She just drew a fucking just like a shitty summon circle on it.
Nice! Actually, that's perfect. We are going to cut to hours later, and you are currently sitting alone in the classroom, eating your lunch. You've had to eat lunch in the classroom for your antics today. So you are currently eating alone as punishment. Or at least you would be if you hadn't forgotten your lunch. So you're currently just sitting here, alone in the classroom. So what's Sophia doing right now, sitting alone in the classroom?
Probably scribbling in notebooks, as she normally
Alright.
does.
You're just scribbling in your notebooks when suddenly you feel like something get plopped down on the desk in front of you. You look up, and there's a lunchbox there. Just an open lunchbox. Appears to be pointed at you.
Some. Hello?
Please roll me wits plus composure
Oh, great. Oh, great.
with a -3 penalty.
God damn it. Alright, here we go. How do I remove dice?
The -1 dice button.
0.
0 successes?
Yeah, I only have 1 dice to roll.
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, there's a lunchbox here. For some reason, you get the feeling that it was put here for you, but you aren't sure where that feeling's coming from.
Well, I don't mind if I do.
You help yourself. It appears to be a rather mundane lunch. There appears to be a couple of crackers, a cheese sandwich, which is really bland, like not even a turkey and cheese sandwich, just like a straight up cheese sandwich. And as well as a single apple. At the very bottom is a note that says, "Thank you," in handwriting you don't recognize.
After she finishes the cracker, she's not gonna eat the sandwich. She's gonna crunch on the apple.
I imagine it's just like the Kyoko shot.
Basically.
Crunch.
Nice crunchy apple.
After a while, eventually students began filing back into the room. And you eventually managed to get through the day.
Alright.
You were bored out of your mind today. But you did finally make it through the day. And now it's time for the long trip home. At least it would be if you hadn't gotten detention.
God damn it.
Yep. Unfortunately, the teacher wasn't very fond of your summon circle. So you have been sitting in detention for about an hour now. Just scribbling away in your notebook.
I need to perfect the summon circle.
Please roll me awareness plus composure.
Alright, let's see how many times we can
Add a
do
minus
this.
3 penalty.
See how many times I can do this. Alright, let's see. Seconds for 0.
Alright. You weren't entirely sure why, but you feel like someone's liking the work. You aren't entirely sure where this feeling's coming from, but you feel like the work is, the little summon circle you drew is good.
More motivated to keep going.
Alright. I think there's actually a skill for this. Oh, it's probably crafts.
Ah, shit. Shit.
Actually, this is the perfect opportunity for me to introduce Chance Die.
Ooh.
So, Chance Die. When you do a skill that you are not good at, as in you have no dots in, you can still try to roll for the skill. In some cases, you may have to roll for the skill. But you have to roll a singular chance die.
Alright.
This chance die only succeeds on a 10. And all other sources are a dramatic failure.
Oh no!
Speaking of dramatic failures, let me explain dramatic failures.
So, what are you getting yourself into? Oh no!
When you roll, there are 4 possible outcomes of any roll. A success. If you get at least 1 success, then it works and it succeeds. A dramatic success, which is if you get 5 or more successes. A failure, which is what happens if you get no successes. And a dramatic failure, which happens if you fail a chance die roll. Or, when you roll a normal failure, you may choose to upgrade it to a dramatic failure for 1 beat. But roll me that chance die to draw.
Alright, let's see. Let's see. 0.
You somehow managed to mess up the page so badly that your pencil went through the page and onto the next one. You can practically feel the sweat drop appearing on your forehead. Roll awareness, which is wits plus composure, without the minus 3 penalty.
How many dice is that then?
4 dice.
4. Maybe it'll work this time. 2 successes, yeah.
Suddenly you notice on the other side, the desk directly to your left, the always empty one, there's a notebook on it, like an open notebook. It appears that someone has been drawing summon circles in it.
Is it mine?
Well, you look over, and it's not your writing, but it appears to be copies of your summon circles. Almost like someone was imitating them. However, you are once again taken from your train of thought when the teacher walks into the room. Alright, Sophia, your time is up. You can go home now.
It's Ryoma.
Watch yourself on the streets. Sophia?
Yeah,
Miss Richards,
not me.
please go home.
Yeah, fine.
The teacher sits down and begins correcting some papers. She looks up and looks a bit confused at the empty desk. Why do we have an empty desk? Wasn't there someone sitting there? No, that's just my imagination. Don't be silly. And she goes back to correcting papers. And now, you're on your way home. By
What
this
time of day
it's-
is it?
As I was about to say, it's gotten rather dark. School ended late today, as you've got up late, and you were in detention for quite a while. It's currently about 8 o'clock, and due to the time of year of it being October, only a week away from Halloween, well, a couple weeks, or a week and a couple days away, it gets darker out even earlier than normal. So you're having a bit of trouble finding your way back home.
It's okay. I, Ryoma Sin, live in the dark. This is my natural habitat. She says this out loud to herself because she's afraid of the dark. She thinks it'll dissuade any attackers.
Almost as if to directly, kick that notion in the tush, you hear a shrill scream come from the nearby alleyway.
Check it out.
Well, let's change this music.
Oh no. Lucky Star, no.
As you go over to this alleyway, what you see is pretty scary, honestly. What you see appears to be a full-grown man, about in his, you'd say, 22s, maybe, 23, 24, maybe, wearing a black t-shirt and blue jeans, and he's currently strangling a young girl.
Oh no.
This girl, please roll intelligence plus composure,
Alright.
with no penalty.
So funny. You gotta have one intelligence, girl. Come on.
My girl, no.
Girl, no. I got one success.
Suddenly your mind clicks. You recognize that girl. Those lifeless lavender eyes and 2 long braids. That was the girl you ran into this morning. Suddenly those memories come flooding back. You remember, yeah, you ran into some girl this morning. Although you didn't expect to see her again when she was currently being choked out in an alleyway.
You murdered, you know.
But yeah, she's currently being held against the wall and choked out. As this 20-year-old man has this almost deranged smile on his face. It appears neither of them have noticed you.
Dropkick.
Alright.
That's there's one word going through Sophia's mind right now, and it's dropkick.
Alright then. Time to use Brawl.
Yeah.
So, Brawl, the way Brawl works, is that you roll to initiate melee combat.
Mm-hmm.
Please roll me Brawl plus Strength.
Mm-hmm.
And
Alright.
I'd like you to use your transformed strength.
Oh, is it happening? Is it happening? It's happening! It's happening! Alright, let's see what I got. I got a 1.
That is still a success. In this, that's a success.
Yeah, alright, that's good enough, yeah. I wasn't expecting a 1 on 6 dice, though.
Suddenly, you aren't sure what comes over you, or maybe you are sure, but your mind just races, and you run towards this man, jump through the air, and midway through the air, this white-hot fire engulfs your entire body. It isn't quite hurting, though. It's warm and comforting. And also very warm and comforting when your foot collides right with his cheek, sending him spiraling across the alleyway and deep into the ground. You land down in between him and the girl, and as you stand up, you notice that your outfit is entirely different. You are wearing something that you have never worn before. And as you look down, you see strands of white hair fall in front of your face.
Well,
Suddenly, in front of you, this white light begins to materialize. This light swirls around into this rod shape, and then begins to darken into a darker color. Suddenly, a large sword just materializes in front of you, hovering in front of your face. It splits out, and its blade becomes red hot. You almost instinctively reach out and grab it, and suddenly, white light fills up the alleyway, as the entire goddamn block is well aware that this light has just exploded from the alleyway from this blatant transformation.
She doesn't know what to do. She's just gonna pretend to be really cool.
And perhaps maybe the strangest thing is you aren't sure where it's coming from, but this music begins to play. Just ethereal music appearing around you. And you aren't really sure what's happening at the moment. But you now have a sword in front of you.
That's what you get, evildoer. That's the only thing she could come up with in the situation. She doesn't know what's happening.
He stands up and grabs his face. You bitch.
That's not very nice.
You're going to regret that. His face contorts into a dark snarl
Yeah.
as he turns towards you, and you feel this wind leave your sails.
Oh no. Just as soon as it started, come on!
He holds out his right arm, which he holds out directly like 90 degrees from his body. It begins to just pulse. Bits of muscle coming up. You can hear the bones cracking and breaking as it elongates into a 6-foot-long arm. Suddenly, that whole arm explodes into a whole mess of muscle. It looks like a giant club, except the end just been sharpened to a fine point.
Yeah.
You're going to regret that. You have no idea what you're dealing with, girl. Despite this horrific display of something obviously not human, you aren't really fazed. Almost like this feels right. Like you're meant to fight this. Either way, you hold out your sword, and you are ready to fight.
Alright.
Now, let's roll for initiative.
Yeah, alright.
Now, let's talk about how initiative works.
Alright, how does that work?
On your main core page, you should see in the top right your initiative modifier, which is 4. Now, what you do is you roll a singular dice. You roll a singular dice, and you add that to your, and you add your initiative modifier to the roll result. Say, for example, you rolled a 4, you would get an initiative of 8.
So that means if it would. No, that's 2 dice, not 1. I'm pressing the wrong button. 5 plus 4, that's 9.
Yep, so that's your initiative.
Nice.
And please post it in chat.
No, that explains why it's so hot in here. The window's open. Definitely not Resident Evil monster.
Ryoma Sin!
Gotta be all caps.
She may not have the initiative lead, but by God does she have the presence lead.
Oh yeah, she does.
She is who is alpha here.
She is. I am all I am. I am.
I am.
Hold on. Oh wait, no, it's working. All right, we're good.
All right. Now, we're going to go to combat.
Oh,
Now, this is where you put in your reason.
don't know how that works.
So, in the World of Darkness dice roller, what does Ryoma want out of this combat encounter? It could be even as simple as defeat this monster. For example, this monster's reason is kill the girl who dropkicked him.
Murder. Yeah, I'm
Alright.
gonna say protect the innocent.
Which I guess in this case counts as the girl.
Yeah.
Oh, that's some good calzone, by the way.
Nice.
Alright. Now, it's probably a good thing I got the first turn, because now I can introduce attacking.
As one does.
Mm-hmm. Thankfully, I jotted down this guy's information on a sheet of paper so I can reference it easily.
Nice.
So, the way combat works is you roll a certain attribute plus skill and subtract the defender's defense from it, unless you're using firearms. And even that has the rule exception of if you're fighting a princess who has the Maku dance, because they can dodge firearms.
You know, just dodge bullets.
Yep.
As one does.
As magical girls do.
As magical girls do.
So, also, let me put this out here. Something you can do with defense is during your turn you can take the dodge action, which doubles your defense and turns it into a dice pool that you roll when someone attacks you. And then that doesn't distract from their damage, but rather detracts from their successes. Or it doesn't detract from their dice pool, but rather detracts from their successes. But it costs an action. However, with your take the blow ability, you can just choose to dice dodge when you use that to protect someone.
Dice dodge into someone else's attack.
Yeah. Also, it's called dodge, but I'm going to portray it as either dodging or deflecting, because it could be both, really.
Yeah.
Now, in this, you also get a lot of information about the enemy's stats, because I need to do calculations. So, this man is using, I call it weaponry as a stat, even though it's his arm.
Yeah.
And he has a dexterity of 2 and a weaponry of 3, so a total of 5 dice. And now you subtract your defense from that. You have defense of... Do you want to take a look and tell me what your defense
4.
is? Yes, that means he has a singular dice to roll to attack.
Oh, that's good.
Which is why I'm going to bring in the willpower mechanic. Also, speaking of willpower, as you're on your page, notice your willpower on the right. It should say 5, 5, and then current 2.
Yeah.
Willpower, the current 2, that's the amount of willpower points you have, and willpower points can be spent to increase your abilities. You can either use them to... Whenever you make a roll, you can spend a willpower point to increase the number of dice you have by 3. Which is useful, but also willpower is usually very rare to get. Princesses have the exception, and they can gain willpower probably easier than any other supernatural creature in the World of Darkness. But it's still a very rare resource. However, princesses also have the ability to fully refill their willpower when they perform an act of virtue that puts their life in danger. Your virtue is just, and I'm ruling that drop-kicking some dude when you didn't even know you had powers and is very fucking just. So max out that current willpower to 5.
Okay. I mean, she had one thing going through her mind, and that was drop kick.
Yeah. So, this dude, also NPCs, or not NPCs, but rather random combat encounters, either don't get willpower, or if they are a minor mini-boss, as you call them, they get a single point of willpower. They basically work on different rules than the players. But this dude has a single point of willpower, which he is going to spend to stab you with his sword arm.
Oh no.
So he's spending his singular point of willpower to add 3 dice to his roll for a total of 4 dice. And now he's going to roll. But he didn't get a single success. I'm glad my luck carries over between systems. That's fair.
I may get poor rolls in this system, but that doesn't mean you'll get good ones.
But I am still susceptible. All right. In that case, time to describe what happens. This monster immediately rushes towards you and extends his long sword arm, crashing it down next to you. But with reflexes you didn't even know you were capable of, you launch yourself off to the side and as the blade just dinks into the pavement and concrete gets spewing up around you. It is now your turn.
All right. All right. So what are my actions? What can I do in
Now,
combat?
You can here. I actually have something for you. Here's a cheat sheet.
Nice.
Stage 1 intent, Stage 2 initiative. We are currently on Stage 3 attack.
As one does. As one
And
does.
at the bottom is possible modifiers.
Computer, why you have to be slow today?
Oops, I accidentally tried to play the sample on Groovy. It's that bad apple.
We got all sorts of magical girl music.
We got a lot of magical girl music to
We got a
use.
lot. We got a lot.
So, one thing that you might be able to do is called an all-out attack. Yeah. All-out attack is you get +2 dice if you're using a brawl or weaponry attack, but you do not apply your defense to any attacks done to you that round. Also, in times when there's multiple opponents, each time you apply your defense, you subtract your defense by 1 for the rest of that round, or for the rest of that turn.
All right.
To represent, you being distracted by fighting multiple people at once.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah, it is now your turn. You can attack, spend a 1 point of willpower. Your sword is currently full power.
Full power.
Full power.
Full power.
It is the final form.
Big fuck you.
Yeah. You're a magical girl. Show what it means to be a magical girl.
All right. But I gotta show up before I do the thing though.
Naturally.
Gotta stab that sword into the ground. Put both hands on top of the hilt, even though it's sharp on the sides of the hilt. Because otherwise I'd impale my hands. She'd impale her hands. Put one fist over the heart. You know. The other one's holding the sword.
Yep.
All right. I should have prepared this beforehand, so I'm just gonna have to wing it as I always do.
Nice.
My name is Ryoma Sin. I am the servant of the Dark Witch? No, that's not what it is.
I like to imagine that's still in character. It's like
I am the servant of the Dark Witch, and I promise on my heart that I will protect the innocents and defeat you. All right, let's do it.
If you didn't already have full willpower, I rule that as you indulging in your overactive imagination vice to regain another point of willpower.
I'm gonna have infinite willpower.
You really are. Thankfully, you can only do it once a scene. So...
All right, good.
But yeah, I suppose it's fitting that the Princess of Swords has unlimited willpower.
Yeah, makes sense. She'll learn not to say servant of the Dark Witch sooner or later. All right. So it's full power.
It's full power currently.
so how many 7 dice? Yeah, to roll to hit it real good.
You 6 dice, I believe.
Yeah, but transformed it would be 7, isn't it?
4 plus weaponry 2 is 5, 6. And 7, yeah, to speciality.
Mm-hmm. All right, so
You are correct.
let's
7
roll.
dice.
Let's roll. Is there a
But you
penalty?
have
Yeah,
don't forget to subtract his defense,
I was assuming. Yeah,
which his defense is 4.
so that's
So you have 3 dice,
about normal.
which is pretty good for a Chronicles of Darkness character.
Yeah. No. What was the willpower thing? Because I got a 0.
Willpower cannot be applied retroactively.
Damn it.
It lets you add +3 dice.
I should have applied it in the first place.
Unfortunately, due to your speech, he had time to react and bring up his sword arm when you pull your sword. You slam it down and your blades clash, sending sparks flying throughout the alleyway. What the hell? What kind of power? What? He gets pushed back from the force of a massive sword.
What form of power is this?
What form of power is this? Well, he is going to rush you with his sword.
Alright.
Unfortunately, he has no more willpower to spend, so he has not but a singular dice.
Foolish.
But he succeeded with that singular dice.
He did. Oh no.
Fortunately for you, you have good armor, and his sword arm is only marginally okay.
Big good armor.
So, his sword arm, for all its coolness, only does 1 damage. You got a single success, so that's 2 damage. Except you have armor due to barrier jacket. You have 1/1 armor, which means you, and 1 general armor, which means you subtract 1 damage. You only take a singular damage from that, which is still pretty bad when you only have 7 points of health.
Yeah, but how do I mark that? I have 8 health.
So, 8 health. Sorry. Don't ask where I got the 7 health from. That's nothing. Don't worry about that.
Yeah, alright.
So, on the right side, you should see a bunch of boxes.
Mm-hmm.
You pay attention to the ones that is 8 and down. So, in box number 8, you took lethal damage, which means you mark it with an X. So in box number 8, put an uppercase X.
Alright.
The way damage works is that bashing brings you, if you get down to 1 box, different things happen depending on the type of damage that filled it.
Wait, the box number 1?
Yeah, box number 1 is your final health box, and it goes up from there.
Oh, so I can have a max HP of 18.
Yep. So if your health got brought down to 1, or your final boss got filled by bashing damage, you need to roll stamina to stay conscious. If that turns into lethal damage, you need to roll stamina to stay conscious, and also continue taking lethal damage due to you bleeding out.
And not die.
And if it fills with aggravated damage, you die.
Yeah. So I assume so.
Yeah. And also, if you take damage while your thing is filled, it upgrades current damage already in there. Like, bashing becomes lethal, lethal becomes aggravated. But currently, you only have a single box of lethal, which is still pretty bad, as the blade just slices through your skin. The armor manages to take most of it, but you still feel this sharp pain as blood begins to pour from your shoulder.
Alright, that one was pretty good.
This monster seems like it's beginning to lose capacity for speech, and is now just grunting.
Alright, it's time for me to hit it. They hit it big hit. Big good hit.
Big hit.
Big good hit. How many dice? What was it again? Is it the same as before?
7 minus 4, so 3. 3 dice. And you can spend willpower to make that 6 dice.
Ooh, alright.
You want to spend willpower?
Yeah.
Alright, so go over to willpower, turn that 5 into a 4, and roll me 6 dice.
Alright. That one will be better than 3. 2 hits.
That
Success.
Hits. So now, add those, take your damage,
yeah.
which is
4? Since
4,
it's at max level.
That's 6 hits. Alright, let me fill out his condition modifier real quick.
This is your own fault for saying it was at full power.
No, it's intended.
Nah, yeah, don't worry about it. It's fine.
So, you, after taking that blow, you rush forward and slice upward with your sword, cleaving him, not in 2, but getting him right across the chest. This black, like, you hesitate to call it blood, as it's pure black and
Goop.
very viscous. Yeah, goop is a good word. just pours from him as he's obviously grievously injured. You, ow, but the darkness, it gave me strength. I'll kill you. Now, I get to introduce some wound modifiers.
Ooh.
The final 3 boxes are represented as your last legs. If those get filled up with damage, you get wound modifiers. If the first box is filled up, you get a -1 penalty to all actions. 2 boxes, you get a -2 penalty. So on, and 3 boxes, -3 penalty. This penalty, this -2 penalty, brings him down to -1 dice.
Oh no, my audio cut.
No, you can.
Wait, hold on. Okay. So repeat
Sure.
that.
You do. Wound penalties. Did you get everything about wound penalties?
Yeah, just a minus.
Okay.
You cut off at -1.
Yeah, it brings him down to a -1 penalty, which means
I think the universe just doesn't want you to talk about this -1 dice.
Hello, test 1 2.
Yeah, all right. -1 dice.
Yeah, he cannot hit you. Basically, is what I'm trying to say. Even if he all-out attacks and sacrifices defense, that brings him up to... Actually, no, that brings him up to 1 dice. So he can all-out attack.
You can do it, monster. I believe in you.
He rolled a 1. He rolled a 1.
I mean, it's pretty good, isn't it, for 1 dice?
No, I mean, he rolled a 1 on the singular dice. He got a result of 1.
Oh, no.
That doesn't have any, it doesn't give him any penalties, but it's still kind of pathetic.
Yeah.
He lurches towards you, the goop just pouring out of him, as he very sloppily tries to poke you with his sword. You effortlessly just slash it one-handed with your sword, stunning it to the side and impaling it in the wall next to you. The force of this blow just sends your twin tails fluttering in the wind, as the concrete and dust swirls around you. Your turn. He sacrificed his defense to do this. If you hit him with all 7 dice.
Yeah, alright, let's do it. Come on, computer, don't lag on me now. We need the big music. Alright, all 7 dice. All 7 dice. Kill always.
Also, the lyrics of the song just so princess.
Nah.
And yes, kill always.
Yeah. Alright.
So
7 dice, only 2 hits, it's okay.
2 hits?
2 hits.
That's more than enough. 2, 3, 4, 6. How do you want to do this? He is not actually dead, though. He is barely hanging on to life, but unconscious. Or, actually, no, not unconscious. He has to make a roll to stay conscious. Let's see if he stays conscious. But while I roll, please tell me how you want to do this.
What was the last thing you said?
The darkness gave me strength.
The power of justice is stronger than any darkness. Slash.
You slash to the right and chop off his shadow arm, which writhes around on the ground, spilling black goop everywhere. You then twist your blade, holding it in front of you one-handed, as you point it forward, stabbing him straight through the chest. This radiant light seems to engulf him as the black goop shoots out the back again and again. No, but I was supposed to win. And then he slowly slides off his sword, failing his stamina roll to stay conscious. He is not dead, but he is bleeding out. And you see the black goop just falling from the right side.
Victorious. She's too confused and concerned to be happy.
All right. Well, You are now in this dark alleyway with a now currently dissolving corpse of not something that's definitely not human.
Could poke it a bit.
Keep poking a bit with your sword.
Yeah.
The sword seems to react with it, and like wherever you poke it sizzles a bit.
I assume the sword detecting the fight is over just fucking retracts into base form.
Yeah, basically, it does.
Alright then. Let's go check on fucking almost murdered girl.
You turn around, and she is gone.
Ah,
Roll intelligence plus composure
alright.
with a +2 modifier.
Nice. 2, 3, 4. Ooh, was that 3, 4, 5? 1 success.
Yep, you still remember that girl.
I, mm, I mean, I would probably have run away too. Actually, no, wait, I didn't run away. Actually, wait,
As you
what am I
say
wearing?
this, before you really fully have time to process all of this, you suddenly hear a from the alleyway next to you. It isn't quite a gunshot, and it isn't quite an explosion. It almost sounds like something hitting something really hard.
Alright, my job's not over. Let's see what that is.
As you run through the alleyways towards this noise, let's get a soundtrack.
Alright, that's not worrying at all. Oh. Oh, I see.
You run forward as you immediately turn a corner and bump straight into the glasses-wearing girl again. She's panting wildly and looks terrified. Oh, hold on. Hi.
Well done. This is pretty good. I like this. This is enjoyable. You know. It's not worrying at all that literally the Homer's theme is playing right now, but what you gonna do? Homer's a cool character. Fun fact, tomorrow, I don't know when this video is gonna come up maybe, but on Sunday, Adam's gonna be watching Rebellion, and I'm very excited for that. It's just very, very excited to see Adam's reaction to Rebellion. We'll see what happens now. Seems to be coming back.
Sorry about that. A heating pad has gone missing from my house, apparently.
Oh shit.
Yeah. Anyway, where were we? Yes,
Hello,
terrified young
hello,
child.
not Homura.
Definitely not first time line Homura in the slightest. She does nothing like that. What are you saying?
What?
Speaking of not Homuras, as she's panting, you see behind her what she was running from.
Mm-hmm.
In contrast to the strange monster you just saw, this person looks a lot more human. She is about 5'10" maybe, and she's clearly female.
Very tall.
Yeah, you see she has short, spiky, chin-length red hair, with slightly tannish skin and these dull gray eyes. She's wearing gray sectional armor that covers her chest and stomach and wraps up around her left shoulder, with segmented plates extending down her left arm, ending in a light gauntlet. Also in left arm is a large crest shield that covers her forearm. It's, however, unlike most shields, it's put on upside down so that the point extends over her arm. So it's almost like an arm blade of sorts. You can see the point is sharpened. On her right shoulder, excuse me, on her right shoulder, she has another gray pauldron, and you can see straps crisscrossing across her chest to keep it in place. And a green cloak-like cloth just tumbles out from the bottom of the pauldron, going down to just above her hand. The cloak seems to slightly sway in the wind, despite the current lack of breeze.
I mean, I assume her scarf and twin tails also blow in the wind constantly.
Naturally. She has light green pants that extend down to her ankles, and these pants are covered by covered on her thighs and shins by gray metal plates. You can hear her metal boots clacking against concrete, taking the shape of a sort of stylized heels made from steel.
Seems we have the same aesthetic going on.
Get out of the way. I need to destroy the Darkened.
I'm not sure what you're talking about.
She points to the girl currently hiding behind you. The thing behind you. The Darkened. It needs to be destroyed.
This is just a girl, though.
She brushes the hair out of her eyes. That thing is a Darkened, and therefore should die. If you're going to get in my way, I'll just have to kill you too.
I don't know what a darkened is.
You don't know what a Darkened is.
No.
Still, you're freshly awoken. A fresh blossoming.
Mm,
You and I were what the world would likely call magical girls. As silly as this term sounds. Don't take that lightly, though. This isn't fun and games. Every night you're going to be fighting for your life. At least every night after this one, if you don't get out of my way. Now, do as I say, and let me kill that disgusting creature.
yeah, so Adam,
Mm-hmm.
how do you run away?
Well, that would be the chase mechanic.
Nice, let's run away with not Homer, let's go.
Alright. Well, yeah, let me explain chase mechanics.
Alright.
I didn't expect I'd have to break out chase mechanics.
We're testing all of them, man.
We're testing all of them.
Testing all of them.
Let me open up to the page of chase mechanics. Chases. There we go. Chases. Chases are common elements. Yep. Set terms. First, determine the terms of the chase. Initial lead as well as what to purpose to detect your play. Prey to successfully flee. No successes each party needs to escape. 5. Okay. Let's do a little bit of math.
Alright, oh no.
Okay. First up, tell me your speed.
Alright, this is probably isn't gonna go well, is it? Speed, where's the speed? Is it in detail?
Speed, I believe, is on the core page. It should be... Yeah,
11.
it is on core page on the right. Yep.
11.
11 in your magical girl form.
Yeah.
Okay. This person has a speed of 11 as well. So you have equal speed. Alright. Next up. Initiative modifier. What is your initiative modifier?
It is 4.
Okay, so she has higher initiative.
Oh no.
Which means she gets... Okay. She gets a -1 to her successes needed. Would you say you know the territory around to this area?
Probably not.
I mean, you've lived here a while. You know it more. You probably know it more than she does.
A little
so
bit,
I'll give
yeah.
you that.
Enough.
So I'll give you a -1 penalty.
She's
not -1 penalty, -1 benefit.
Yeah, she's trained the Cerberus here a bit.
Yeah, because there's knowing the territory, and then there's knowing the territory intimately. And I think you know the territory.
Yeah, alright.
Equal size. Opponent cannot be tired. You can both be tired. Environment is not actively dangerous. All right. So now we start with the edge.
Mm-hmm.
In a plain open space with flat ground and full visibility, the character with higher speed will overcome in a chase. However, this is rarely the case. Environment shift, weather changes, obstacles pepper the scene. As the contest changes from turn to turn, the character with more ability to maneuver has the edge, and can temporarily control the flow of the chase. In terms of narrative, that character has managed to manipulate the circumstances of the chase to her advantage. The player should work with the storyteller to determine what that means. This is usually determined with relative ease. In a crowded street, the character on foot has a better ability to maneuver than the character in a cornfield department. Blah, blah, blah. Neither of you really have the edge. Although, considering you are currently running with someone, I will say
Yeah.
that Mysterious Girl has the edge.
Ah, shit. Ah, shit, dog.
Alright. Chase turns reflect between 30 seconds and a minute of game time. Okay, Pursuit and evasion. Dice pool special determinants. Side with the edge. Story how I should determine relative bonus abilities based on environment. Character suffers. Okay. So, both you and the Mysterious Stranger need to reach 4 successes in order to either escape or get caught.
Alright, let's do it. It's probably what do I roll?
I will let you get the head start, as you are currently the one who is initiating the runaway.
Initiating grab hand. Oh god.
Yep, initiating grab hand and run.
抜くなんだよ。
逃げるんだよ。
ホムラちゃん。
Hamura-chan. Alright, now, this is... How would you like to get away? And describe to me in detail how you get away, and then that will determine what kind of role I have you do.
She's probably not too familiar with fucking magical girl powers, so she's gonna try to fucking haul ass on foot.
Alright, just grab it and run.
Grab a hand and start hauling ass and run. Hope she can
Please
catch
roll
up.
Plus stamina and athletics, -1 because you're having someone with you.
Stamina and athletics. Where's athletics?
What is this girl's? What is Homebrew's? She has. I forgot she has a point in athletics.
Just calling her Homer at this point. That's 4 dice to roll.
Well, I mean, I can't call her by her actual name.
Yeah.
You don't know it.
Yeah, I don't know it.
Yeah.
It's 2 possibilities here. I got a 9, a 5, a 10, an 8, and an 8.
How many successes is that?
That's 4.
That you literally. All right.
4 successes on 4 dice.
All right. You grab her hand and just sprint off down the alleyway. The mysterious shield girl just is baffled by this, but you immediately sprinted away. What? Did she just run with the darkened? And as you're sprinting down the hallway, or the alleyway, the girl behind you is like struggling to catch up as you hold onto her hand.
True justice knows when to run away.
What's going on?
I don't know.
That girl, she kept calling me darkened and said that I needed to die.
It's alright, just keep running.
Okay. You sprint down alleyway after alleyway, and you hear footsteps behind you as the clanking of metal follows. Every so often you take a turn, sprint in an alleyway, or even hide behind a dumpster as she continues warping around and searching for you.
Warping around or walking around?
She continues running around.
Alright.
I say working around is what I said.
Alright.
Yeah, she's not walking. She is full on sprinting.
Yeah, I thought you said warping, and I was like, wait a minute.
No, she's not warping. She has no teleportation. Or does she?
Or time stop.
Or time stop, maybe. For the sake of it, I'm going to have her roll as well, just to see what she gets. Only 2 successes.
No.
So, yeah. If she also rolled 4 successes, then yeah.
Then there'd be a fight.
You keep sprinting, running away, and after about a minute of running, you are currently hiding behind a dumpster. You and the strange girl are both next to each other. And something you notice about her, as you're both struggling to not breathe quietly, is that her fingers are almost smoky. Like they're almost like, looks like there's smoke coming off of them. And she's beginning to look somewhat semi-translucent.
Are you okay?
She looks at her hands. I don't know what it is, but sometimes this just happens to me. I get all smoky, and sometimes I disappear completely and no one can see me. And even the people who do see me, they usually don't remember me. I don't know what it is, but I really don't like it.
Yeah.
And you,
Yeah.
who are you?
What's the thing to resist just yelling out my title? How would I resist
Uh,
this?
Composure plus wits.
Alright.
No, composure plus resolve. Roll your willpower.
Yeah. Where's my
Roll one.
willpower? Where is it?
It's, I should be on the main page. It's composure plus resolve, so it's 5. You have 5 willpower.
Alright, let's roll it. 0.
Zero successes. Nice.
She immediately slams her sword into the ground, stands up. My name is Ryoma Sin. I am the servant of the Dark Witch, and she yells it out.
First of all, regain 1 point for overactive imagination. Regain a point of willpower.
Yeah,
Back
right.
up to 5. And next, you immediately hear, and around the corner you see the girl slide into view with her hands scraping along the ground as she sprints towards you.
Whoops.
Found you.
Whoops.
Roll initiative, my beautiful chuunibyou. My wonderful, wonderful chuunibyou.
I was thinking, oh man, I escaped that easily. And she's like, what's your name? I saw the chance and I took it.
Thank you, my wonderful chuunibyou.
Alright, where's the other 4 dice? Let's do it. No, it's 1 dice and then I add 4.
Her initiative is that.
5.
Oh, she did not do very well on initiative.
None.
Question mark.
Nice.
I'll roll for not Homura too. Let me check her initiative. Her initiative is 5. Okay. Oh wow, not Homura. You are working.
97.
Not Homura. Doing good work. Well, the first thing this girl does is immediately sprint in the other direction of. The first thing not Homura does is sprint in the other direction of Shield Girl.
Alright, I was gonna tell you to do that.
She sprints down the other way and turns around the corner. Damn it! The Darken's getting away. Get out of my way, silly new one.
I don't think I should do that.
Well, it's your turn.
Alright. I don't want to hurt her.
Well, you remember you can set your weapons to bashing.
I can set my sword to stun.
You can set sword to stun.
I'm gonna set sword to stun. She's feeling threatened enough to just believe her that she'll probably kill her, so yeah.
How do I cancel loop? Or do I just write loop? Yeah, looping is now disabled.
Yeah. Alright.
Alright, time for Blood Tiller.
Alright, let's, wait,
Also, Shield Girl has a shield, and therefore has crazy high defense.
I assumed so.
Specifically defense of 7. So, you know.
Yeah.
Good luck hitting that. You need to either spend willpower to gain a +3 dice bonus, or, you know, all-out attack.
Well, hold on. I need to look up the thing. Alright, so Adam.
Yep.
Would lighting myself on fire help me here?
Well, it would, actually. I can't believe I would say that in most situations. But for you, you're a very special one. You're a special child.
You're special. In
You
most
want to choose
contexts, that
someone she
wouldn't be
holds
a good
affection
thing to
for.
tell a child, but hey.
So choose someone you hold affection for. I don't think it specifies.
No, yeah,
someone.
it doesn't. You don't have to specify, but it's the 3 layers is acquaintance, friend.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't specify that it needs to be someone near you.
Yeah. Near me.
Yeah, it doesn't specify that it needs to be someone near you. So it could theoretically be anyone. Choose someone she holds in affection.
And right now, her focus is entirely on defend the fucking girl.
All right. That would be acquaintance, so a +0 bonus.
Well, that doesn't help me at all.
Nope, but there's more. This is a torch-sized flame, which means you do 2 extra damage.
That helps me more.
Fire damage. And also, please specify the color of this. I assume it will be translucent. Do you want me to list off the different colors?
Can you give me the page?
Page 465. Maybe you can help me figure out what "as you wish" means.
Yeah, I don't know what that.
As you wish.
I remember seeing
Rainbow.
"As You Wish."
I mean, I considering it's a magical show and eerie undertones and all that.
Yeah, rainbow's natural. Big gay pride flag.
Kill the dethroned with the power of pride.
What page is it?
465. Kill witches with the power of pride. I mean, that is kind of what Homura did for like 100 timelines.
465.
465.
On what book?
The Heartfire Flames.
Alright, that's not working, so it's hard to fire. That's not where
If you want, go to Contents, and then go to Alphabetical List of Charms, and then go to Wreathed in Flame, and then there's a link in there that brings you to Heartfire Condition.
How the hell did I just flip the book?
What?
I just flipped it sideways.
That's impressive.
I don't know how I did that. It's just listed off.
Love for an idea of a person, not intimately known. Color is translucent. Patience, loyalty, or respect, dark red or orange. Contentment, pride, or deep concern, blue. Dedication, purpose, joy, white. Obsession, shifting and unnatural. As you wish, in quotation marks. Bright rainbow.
Is that all of
I
them?
imagine it's translucent.
Yeah.
Alright. And she is only an acquaintance currently, so it's a first-degree flame, so +0 bonus, but it's a torch, so you can do an additional 2 damage, but not additional dice.
That's okay. We'll just have to add willpower.
Yep. Also, that is you activate your charm with that action.
Yeah.
And I believe that has a cost, specifically 1 wisp.
All right.
So on the right side of your page, you notice that there's the wisps page. Current maximum. Bring that current down by 1. I believe it's currently 5.
Yep.
All right, bring that down to 4. Now, you need to actually roll for this.
All right.
Now, yeah, you need to roll. You should, in the Charms and Special Abilities tab on the core page, have Wreath and Flame, action instant, cost 1 wisp, pool 6. So roll me 6 dice.
Don't know what that does.
You can spend willpower on this if you want, but you don't have to.
I don't know how much willpower I got.
5.
What could go wrong? Currently. I got 2 successes.
Alright, so you didn't spend willpower?
No.
Okay. Success. Yep, the noble chooses someone. Also, I love dramatic failure. The noble sets herself on fire. The flames affect her too.
Not the good way.
Yeah.
Not the good fire.
And if you want to have it as wild, you need to spend an additional wisp. Because it costs +1 wisp.
Yeah.
So it costs 2 wisps.
I'll spend that additional wisp.
You're down to 3 wisps.
I don't know how you get wisps, so whatever. It's fine.
Interacting with friends and doing things that are decreed by your...
She doesn't know that. It's fine.
Yep. She doesn't. But yeah, you light up in flames. Like, do you want to do any kind of cool pose when you do this?
Just holding the sword.
You hold
No,
the
just
sword
you know
towards
in
Shield
Bloodborne
Girl.
when you use a paper
Hmm.
that,
Yeah.
but except it's her whole
Yes.
body.
You swing the sword in front of you as the tip of the blade lights up, and that spreads along the entire course of the blade and up your arm and across your entire body. You're surrounded by this white, translucent aura. So, that power. You have a strong inner light for someone who's just awoken. Only a few minutes ago, too.
I'll take that as a compliment.
She seems to contemplate something for a minute, and then decides it isn't worth it, and rushes you with her shield.
All right.
Alright. You have defense, correct?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. She is going to spend willpower.
Oh no.
Or you have 4 defense.
Yeah.
So she's going to spend her willpower to gain an additional 3 dice, because she was down to 1 dice to attack, so she's going to attack with 4 dice. 4 dice of shield attack. Excuse me. 2 successes. Oh dear.
Oh no.
That's 5 damage.
Oh no.
Now, let me introduce to you wisping, or shields with wisps.
Uh huh.
Oh, also, it's only 4 damage, because you have barrier jacket. So, 4 damage. With a wisp, you can spend a wisp every time you take damage to reduce that amount of damage. Reducing damage costs 1 per wisp, and it downgrades the damage by 1. For example, aggravated becomes lethal, lethal becomes bashing, and bashing becomes non-existent.
And what kind of damage is this?
This is 4 lethal. Her shield point is very sharp.
Would I get negatives from this?
It would bring you down 1, 2. It would bring you down to 4, box number 4, which is just above the negatives. But it does mean 3 damage after that will bring you into, bleeding out territory.
I don't even need wisps after this. No, I'll be fine. I'll use a wisp. Yeah.
How many wisps do you want to spend?
How many wisps again?
1 wisp downgrades 1 point of damage by 1. And you can spend as
Mhm.
many wisps as you want, I believe.
I only have 3. I'll use 1.
Alright.
I'll save the 2 in case I'm gonna fucking.
That means you take 3 lethal damage and 1 bashing. So fill up the first. So fill up 7, 6, and 5 with an X. And number 4, put a slash mark. That indicates bashing.
Mm-hmm.
As you light up with fire, this girl sprints towards you and starts slicing at you with her shield. You manage to block a couple strikes, but one of them lands pretty badly right in your abdomen.
Yeah.
You feel it poke through, and you think it punctures something.
Yeah.
You feel this sharp pain race across your body.
Yeah.
I said, get out of my way. She pulls the shield out.
I will not yield.
Virtuous. Respectable, but futile.
I was hoping she would say foolish.
Foolishness. Foolishness.
Foolishness, Ryoma.
Foolishness, Ryoma. Foolishness. And then she impales Ryoma with her own sword.
Oh no.
It's okay, that awakens Ryoma's devil trigger.
Get strong,
She
Ryoma.
got Cerberus. She DPs with Cerberus.
Get strong, Ryoma.
Get strong, Ryoma.
All right, let's set our sword to stun, but also set our sword to level 3 stun.
Alright. That takes a transformation action, but I will rule that you can spend a wisp to, or not I can rule, but it's rules as written that you can spend a wisp to turn a transformation action into a reflexive action.
Does it take a transformation action?
Yep, to increase or decrease damage. It takes a transformation action.
So without it, then I would be doing
but you can spend a wisp to make it just happen immediately.
But if I wasn't, I would be doing how much damage?
I assume you set it back to base form, right?
Yeah.
You'd be doing 1 plus 2 from fire, so you'd only be doing 3 damage plus successes.
Yeah, alright. Goodbye, Wisp.
All
Who
right.
needs Wisp? It's fine.
Roll belief plus inner light. Minus shadows, but you have no shadows.
So where is Belief? 7.
Yep.
And then the inner light is 2, so that's 7, 8, 9. Any penalty on that?
Nope. Because you have no shadows yet.
2 successes.
Alright. Suddenly, the sword extends immediately and just becomes a massive sword, as it was when you fought the strange armman, with the middle blade glowing red hot. Even more so with the new white fire surrounding the blade.
This is important enough. This is your vanguard duty.
Yep. Alright. Now, I assume you want to make... you want to spend willpower?
Yep.
Alright, roll 3 dice. She has a defensive 7 equal to your, attacks.
Alright.
Roll
1.
3 dice. Success?
1 success, yeah.
That's still a lot of damage.
It's good enough.
Because, so you do 4 damage normally, plus 2 from fire, that's 5, 6, plus 1 success is 7 damage. She has 1 armor, so that goes down to 6 damage. And she is going to spend wisps to not die.
Alright.
So
To not pass out.
Yeah, not pass out.
Sword set the stun even though it's lighting
Sword
on
set the
fire,
stun.
but yeah, don't worry about it.
Her eyes go wide as she sees you run towards her. What? That speed? How? And then suddenly, you swing up, and she holds up her shield in front of her and creates a barrier with the shields, spending wisps. She is going to spend 4 wisps to reduce that damage by 2.
Alright.
Alright, so that was, let's see, 1 damage plus 7. Just by 1. 4 damage. You hit her really hard.
With the blunt side of the sword.
Yeah, not even with the blunt side, because every side is now blunt.
Yeah, nice. Ah, nice. Yeah, that's true.
Because it's shaped by the princess's will. However, it is still a lot of force, and it knocks her back far. She flies through the air and twists in the air and lands down in a crouched position. I see I underestimated you.
I will not yield.
Well, we'll see about that. Now her turn.
Oh shit.
You see, she reaches her hand behind the shield and then pulls out a fucking pistol.
Oh, alright.
Like a straight up pistol.
Just a gun.
Not magical, but like a straight up gun.
Just a Glock.
She just a Colt 45 actually.
Uh,
Yeah, but she just pulls out a straight up gun. And then she points it at you. I told you not to get in my way. She's now going to shoot you.
Oh.
Yeah. Let's see. And, you have no Damaku Dance, so you can't defend against that.
Rest in peace, Shioma. You lasted to the prologue in heaven. Prologue in heaven. Gonna be a prologue in heaven because you're gonna fucking die.
6 damage.
Alright.
Let's switch to more appropriate music.
What does one wisp get me?
Well, let's, sudden, actually, no, what's some good, we just play Homer's theme,
What's some good fucking dying? What's some good I got fucking shot?
What's some good, you're having a magical girl battle, and then the magical girl pulls out a Glock.
For Colt 15?
Yeah, because who needs, like, I have a cool sharpened shield, but I also just have guns.
But I also have gun.
So, spending 1 wisp, would reduce one of those lethal damages to bashing damage. It would still send you into unconsciousness, or send you over the limit, though.
Into dead.
Not in dead, you would not die, because it would not fill you with aggravated damage.
I don't know, bullets tend to kill people.
I've already done the math, trust me. I'll go through the math with you after you decide what wisps you want to spend.
I guess guns don't kill people.
This gun don't.
I only have one
Not for lack
wisp.
of trying, mind.
I only have one wisp, and I don't think it's gonna help me using it, so I guess I'll save it.
I thought you had 2 wisps.
Nah, I used one.
Oh yeah. Okay. Wait, you had 5 wisps. You spent 1 to activate Wreath and Flame. You spent 1 earlier to reduce damage by 1. So you.
No, I spent 2 to reduce damage.
Okay. Alright, so your current health box is 8, 7, 6, and 5 are filled with lethal damage, and 4 is filled with bashing, correct?
Uh-huh.
Okay. So, let's introduce overflow damage. So, let's see, that was... Let's see, she got... How many successes did she get again? She got 4 successes, plus 2 damage from the gun. That's a total of 6 damage. Minus 1 from your armor. And minus another 1 from ballistic armor. So that is 4 lethal and 1 bashing. So first up, upgrade that bashing in number 4 to lethal as a second... keep that as bashing. So, the way this works is you basically move the lowest type of damage you have down as you get more damage. So you took 4 lethal, which fills you down and completely fills up your bashing bar. So you're currently filled with lethal damage.
Which is a bunch of X's? Or?
Yeah, so from 8 to 1 is all filled with X.
Mm-hmm.
And the extra bashing damage pushes you over to 1 aggravated damage in box 8. Replace that X with an asterisk. Now, Ryoma, it is your turn. Please make a reflexive stamina roll to stay conscious.
Alright, how would I do that? What's that?
Roll your stamina.
Just stamina?
Just stamina.
1.
1 success?
Yeah.
Even though you are bleeding heavily, and you have a bullet wound through your abdomen.
I got fucking shot.
You got shot, and you may be a magical girl, but getting shot in the abdomen still hurts.
Getting shot tends to hurt.
Yeah, and you are bleeding heavily, but still conscious.
Just gonna prop myself on the sword, just into the ground, prop myself up.
Impressive. I wasn't expecting someone to remain conscious after that. However, you are in my way. She begins walking towards you as she holds the gun up and points it at your forehead. I'm sorry you had such a short-lived career as a magical girl. However, this is a harsh world, and in this world, there's no room for hope. I recommend you get that in your brain before I blow it out of your head. Do you understand me? I said, do you understand me?
She's kind of bleeding out. I don't think she can talk too well.
I mean, she is still conscious, technically. It hurts a lot. Everything hurts. But you are still conscious.
I will not give up on my ideals.
Fine. Then you'll die with them. And, as she points the gun towards your head, suddenly, before she can pull the trigger, something flies over your head and slams in your face as a fire extinguisher comes flying down the hallway, flying down the alleyway.
For a second there, I was hoping it was gonna be like that thing from that where it's like it freeze frames and it's like, so I bet you're wondering how I got into this situation. That's me.
The fire extinguisher rolls at her feet and explodes into a cloud of smoke, sending her tumbling backward. Suddenly you feel hands grasp around your arm. Come on, this way! and you feel yourself pulled off your feet, and everything hurts as you're pulled along running.
I assume she can't pull the sword out of the ground, so she just leaves it.
Yeah. You are very slow and can barely walk, so eventually you find this person picking you up. And as the smoke clears, you immediately see the two long twin braids. Come on, stay conscious. You can do it. You can stay alive. Speaking of, roll stamina again.
Alright. Yeah, it's still there. 1.
Yep, you still remain conscious as you continue bleeding. And this girl, who you saved earlier, and now threw a fire extinguisher at the shield girl, is running along with you. Okay, I have no idea where we might be able to go. But at least we need to get out of there.
Yeah, I think that's best.
Suddenly, there's this shrill barking from down the street, and you see a black Shiba with a pink eye patch on, barking in your direction.
I know I could count on you, Kerberos.
Is that dog a friend?
Yeah,
What should we do?
the Hellhound Kerberos.
Okay. The dog turns in a direction and looks back as if expecting you to follow, or expecting the two of you to follow him.
Follow the dog.
With that command, the girl does as you say and follows the dog. She sprints on down the street, as you continue trying to get away from this mysterious shield girl, who, eventually you seem to have been able to lose. Perhaps the fire extinguisher was a bit much for her.
Probably.
But after a few minutes, you manage to slow down, and you find yourself in front of your house. Please roll stamina again.
I'm still shot, though.
Yep, roll stamina, and also take another point of aggravated damage as you are bleeding out.
1, 1, 1, 10.
Alright, you are staying conscious.
Staying alive. Staying alive.
Yep, so 8 and 7 are now filled with aggravated damage, but you are staying conscious. I think the dog wants us to go in this house.
That's my house.
Okay. The girl walks up and seems almost ashamed to knock on the door.
Wait, no, go through the back.
Okay. She then moves around and goes into the back. Is it locked at all, or is there a key?
She hides a key in the bushes.
Alright. I assume you tell this to the girl.
Yeah. The key in the bushes.
Okay. She puts you off her and leans you against the steps as you continue bleeding out on the ground. You notice that her entire stool outfit is now covered in blood. Mostly yours.
Yeah.
Entirely yours, actually.
This is where we have to decide something, Adam. Is Dad home?
Well, as she revels through the bushes and pulls out the key, she immediately puts the key in the lock and turns it. And then begins helping you inside. Immediately to the cry of, "Holy shit!" And there you see your father just jumping up from from where he was sitting on the couch. And wide-eyed as he sees two girls that, he doesn't recognize because, you looked entirely different.
No, I mean, she looks the same. She looks the same, it's just the hair and slightly different skin tone.
And entirely different colors. Clothes.
Don't worry, it's fine, though.
Then his eyes go wide. Oh, God. Sophia, is that you?
Hey, Dad.
Oh, God. Quick, get her on the floor. And he runs upstairs to go grab something.
Alright, then.
The girl lays you on the floor. This might be a bit of an odd time to ask, but I don't think I ever got your name. I mean, I know you said Ryomasin earlier, but he'd call you, Sophia? It's okay. You probably shouldn't talk right now, actually.
I'm a little shot, yeah.
Yeah. My name's Abigail. It's nice to meet you, even if you're currently bleeding a lot.
Yeah,
oh dear.
It's fine. At least if I die, the last thing I'll see is a cute girl.
Her cheeks turn red.
Uh-huh.
Suddenly, the dad runs back down the stairs, and he immediately leans. He doesn't seem to be carrying anything else, but he leans over you, and he presses his hand to your side. You notice his wedding ring begins to glow a faint light, and you are healed for. If I can get my dice roller. 3 boxes of lethal damage.
3 boxes.
You start at the bottom and work your way up.
Yeah. All right. We're back in
You
the
are no
green.
longer-
We're
You're
in
no
the
longer
green.
bleeding out.
Still have the bullet inside me, but it's okay.
Oh no, the bullet passed clean
Oh,
through your
perfect.
arm
That's
and out the
good.
other side. It's a wound.
Better than not, but better than it being stuck in there.
Yeah, especially since the wound itself closed a little bit,
Nice.
although only a little.
Oh,
Oh, oh God. Soph, talk to me. Are you still there?
yeah, I think I'm good.
Oh, thank God. He holds the wedding ring close. Thank you, Nicole. Thank you.
Yay, saying his name.
Also, you notice that your clothing begins to dissolve around you as you return to your normal school uniform, which is currently now being covered in blood from the open wound.
Yeah. It's not that much blood.
He takes his hand off the wound, and his right palm is now covered in blood. Oh, God. I'm just glad we had this.
So I may have gotten shot.
Oh, I should have known you would awaken.
I don't know what that means.
As this happens, Kerberos sits down next to you, next to your face, and lifts your cheek.
Pat, pat. Pat out. Pat out.
You should probably stop trying to move your arm.
I refuse.
Oh, okay then.
Pat out.
The dad takes your arm and puts it down in your lap. Please stop moving.
Fair.
Okay. I suppose I owe you an explanation.
Yeah, maybe.
First up, please don't freak out. But, Cerberus, can you speak? He nods his head enthusiastically and opens his mouth. As you expect to bark, you instead get, "Hi." Abigail's jaw drops just as much as I assume yours does.
Yeah, she's not, her jaw doesn't drop, she's just kind of blank faced, it's like you could talk the whole time. What the hell, man?
Did that dog just talk?
I think it did.
What? But what?
Alright. So, I guess I should have known you would become a princess. I suppose I have a long story to tell you.
Yeah, probably.
The truth is, your mother, she didn't die in a car accident. She was what was known as a princess, like you are. She spent the night fighting evil and doing her best to save everyone around her. I don't have any magic powers of my own, but she did gift me with this. And he points to his wedding ring. She told me to use it in times of very dire emergency in order to heal people. I don't remember the exact terminology she used, but Cerberus interrupts him. Your mother stored a charm in that. Charms are what you princesses use to attack. Or to channel your magic power. Yeah, that. But it appears that you awoke too. I believe the term is blossoming. Yeah, blossoming. I really, really hoped you wouldn't, so you could avoid the pain that it comes with it. But I should have known someone with a heart as bright as yours would eventually blossom.
You know, I should be feeling betrayed by now, but really, this is way cooler.
Yeah. I'm sorry I didn't tell you earlier. But I know you, and I know if you heard that your mother had superpowers, you'd immediately try to go out and be the same as her.
I'd probably jump off the roof.
Yeah. Like you used to do when you were younger to get the, Crimson Bat Demon's wings, you called them?
Yeah, the wings of the Crimson Demon, yeah.
Yeah, those. But I suppose, you have actual superpowers now. I want to tell you to not use them and stay home and be safe, but I know you. I know you just sneak out. So, what I want you to do instead is, please, stay safe. If you're gonna fight, fight with, at least with some other people. Your mother, she fought alone. And ultimately, she paid her life for it. I don't really know exactly what happened to her. That's partly why I kept the information. All I know is that she died on Halloween Eve. Her corpse never was found. But you are in massive amounts of pain.
Yeah, a little bit.
I am just very grateful that princesses tend to have a far faster, well, I guess you could call it healing factor from those comments you read.
Nice, Dad.
Yeah, that gunshot wound. I remember your mother used to get shot. She'd usually be up and jumping around again within a week. So I want you to get plenty of rest over this weekend, okay? I'll provide everything I can, and I'll even stitch the wounds. Goodness knows I've done it for your mother enough times. Alright. I'm going to go make some hot chocolate. You and, your new friend here, just lie down.
Yeah, alright. Thanks, Dad.
Alright. With a very worried look in his eye, he gets up. His gaze flitting back to you again and again as he walks off to the kitchen to go cook up some hot chocolate. Abigail drops down to the floor. Oh, that was really exhausting.
I mean, it was pretty cool.
You were pretty cool. I do wonder why they kept calling me Darken, though.
Yeah, I don't know what's up with that either.
At this, Cerberus's ears perk up and he walks in between you two and sits down. I know about that. I know all about the Darkened and the darkness. You see, princesses like you fight things called Darkspawn. They're manifestations of the darkness. Basically, every night we go out and we take down some Darkspawn. I'll explain more about it later, but you're obviously hurt, and I don't want to overburden you. But the reason, I guess at least, that girl kept calling you Darkspawn, or Darkened, I mean, is that Darkened are the preemptive form of Darkspawn. At this, Abigail's eyes go wide in horror. Darkened happen when humans get a lot of negative emotion, and eventually that builds up, especially when it happens in tainted areas.
And those darkened eventually transform into called darkspawn that the princesses fight. You mean I'm gonna become a monster?
Not if I have anything to say about it.
Actually, that's what I was going to bring up. I notice now from you, you don't seem to have any darkened in you.
Is that a good
The
thing?
Yeah, it means that she's no longer a darkened if she was one before.
Abigail tilts her head to the side.
What? What do you mean? Well, darkened have the potential to be saved from their trait as darkspawn. If they perform an act of sacrifice and put their lives in danger for others, they can dispel the darkness in their hearts and become human again. Oh. Oh.
Alright, Abigail, this might be a little bit weird, but I need you to stop being depressed.
I'll try.
Perfect.
She looks at her fingers.
Hey, you just said my name.
Yeah?
You remembered my name.
Yeah?
You remembered my name.
Yeah?
She grabs your hand in hers,
Ow!
which, by the way, are no longer smoking.
Nice.
Oh my god, you remembered my name. You remembered my name.
Ow! Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. Um, I'll, um, I'll go get, bandages to bandage you.
Yeah, I'll accept those.
She gets up and goes to the scour for bandages. And with that, we'll end the session.
Kerberos, I'm very disappointed in you.
Oh? Why?
You could talk the whole time.
Well, I mean, most people don't react well to a talking dog. And most people wouldn't believe you if, even if I could talk.
But it's way cooler if you could talk.
Well, now we can talk all the time. I can tell you all about being a princess, and we can go on all kinds of adventures and take down Darkspawn together.
Alright.
And with that, he runs in circles and licks you happily.
Nice.
All right. And that's the session.
That's
Now,
it.
I give out beats. One session earns one beat, and certain
Hormone
things
beat,
that happen
huh?
during a session, such as increasing your aspirations, also give merits.
Such as getting shot.
Become a hero of justice aspiration. That's an aspiration complete.
Is it complete?
Well, I mean, at least or if it's not complete, then it's a step towards it. If you want to make it a long action.
Yeah, I mean, it basically is.
All right, so in that case, long-term aspirations, you get beats when you make significant progress towards them, and I will say that was a pretty significant progress.
The hero of justice. I resisted so hard not yelling out, I'll become a hero of justice. Can you repeat that?
Not yelling out what?
Not yelling out, I'll become a hero of justice.
I'll become a hero of justice.
I'll yell that out eventually, but not yet.
Not yet.
Time hasn't come.
Okay. Let's get experience. So yeah, you got an experience. I'd say you got progress on all your long-term aspirations.
I'd say so, probably.
Yeah, so all three of them.
Including the secret one.
Aspiration number 2,
Yeah, the secret one.
the secret one. Not even she knows.
No one knows.
No one knows.
Except maybe Dad. Dad totally knows.
Dad probably knows. Dad almost certainly knows.
Dad knows. He's father though.
Yeah. So that's 4 beats, and maybe more. Let me check what you get. What beats? Oh yeah, also, for normal humans, there's a thing called beaten down, which happens... It can happen to princesses, but it takes a lot more. For humans, it's any kind of lethal damage. But, being a princess, you have a bit more fight in you.
that. So beaten down doesn't happen when you just take a bit of lethal damage.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. On beats. Where are beats? Beats.
Big professional magical girl.
Yeah.
If by professional,
go.
I mean I'm slightly ahead in that I've been shot once.
Oh yeah, and you alerted someone with your blatant transformation. So that's another beat.
Who did I alert?
You alerted Shield Girl.
Oh. Oh.
You also alerted Abigail, which is why she was running towards.
Yeah. Yeah. I assume so.
So
Also,
yeah, that's a total of 5 beats.
also
one
alert.
experience.
Also alerted anyone who was still awake. Probably.
Yeah.
It's fine. They didn't look at it. They didn't see the fight go down in like how long was like in less than a minute.
Oh, also, if your character takes lethal damage in one of her rightmost health boxes, take a beat. Yeah, you got lethal damage in your rightmost health box. Take a beat. So you have 6 beats, 1 experience, and 1 beat.
All right, where did I mark that down? Experience record. Yeah.
Nope, that is on the main page. Experience record is. I'll explain that in a sec. Go to the core page and go down to the very bottom underneath all the invocations, and it should say advancement.
Mm-hmm.
Fill in the black number for total experiences of 1, and beats of 1. Or sorry, beats. Put in 6 in the black number, and 1 in the red number.
Nice.
And for total experiences, put 1 in the red number as well. So the black number for total experience in beats is how many total you've gained, and red is how much you currently have. Now, if you head on over to the experience record, you should see in the you should see experience earned 1, spent 0, remaining 1. Now you can buy things with this, such as say a merit, and such as say the circle merit of a friend who knows about being a princess, but isn't a princess themselves.
I'm legally required to take it. Let's go.
All right. Yep. So tutorial is still tutorial.
God damn it! I hate it when fucking games make me spend my experience points on what they want me to spend it on.
Yep. And then in cost, put 1, and then it should automatically turn into experience earned, spent 1.
Is it just called Circle?
Yep. It's called Circle, and it is on page 82 of the Princess Doc.
Where would I write down that?
Under your merits tab.
Where merits?
Okay, so yeah.
That's not a merit.
And in character advancement, I assume you put in under the attribute skill merit or other advancement, you write circle and then cost 1, and then it automatically does the calculation. Also, don't forget to make on the core tab, don't forget to set the red number for experiences back to 1, or back to 0, I mean, because you spent it. It doesn't change manually on the core tab.
It's pink.
Pink, whatever.
It's just because you're
red.
Just because you're colorblind.
Circle rating 1.
I'd say that was a success.
Yeah. We got to learn the session, we got a little bit of lore, we set up, introduced a couple of new characters, total of 2.
Well, technically they're all new characters.
Oh yeah, they're all new characters. Because it's a whole new series. My God.
It's a whole new thing. It's the prologue in heaven.
It's the prologue in heaven.
Who would have thought?
Also, Circle lets you refill wisps, by the way.
Nice.
Your character may spend at least an hour in the company of some of her intimates, having a pleasant conversation, helping with daily chores, venting her frustrations with the troubles of a princess's life. After the encounter is after the encounter is over, she gains wisps equal to her dots in the set.
Nice.
Your character can regain wisps from her circle at most once a session or once a day, whichever is longer. So yeah. What are your thoughts? Things I could do better? Things that you liked? Things that you didn't like?
I mean, we didn't have any outstanding. Oh fuck! I don't know what this is, so we need to go right into the book for an hour.
That's good. That means I prepared a lot.
Yeah.
Prepared good.
Other than pulling out the chase.
And even then, I memorized what page it was on.
Yeah,
So
you did.
I was
It's
able
good.
to open to it immediately.
Yeah. Yeah. Good. We're good. All good.
Nice.
Fun.
You liked it?
Maho Shoujo.
Maho Shoujo, Madoka Magica.
I'm not
Shoujo.
comfortable with QB voice Kerberos, but yeah.
Yeah, I kind of just defaulted to that. That's probably not going to be his voice in the series proper. I hadn't really decided on a voice for him. Characters' voices will be changed in the beginning.
I'll never trust QB voice.
Cube voice for Cerberus, yeah.
Never again. Never again.
Can't trust the Cube voice.
Can't do it.
Yeah, Abigail's voice will probably change as well. A little high pitched.
Yeah.
What I would.
Gotta get that Yuri bait in there somehow.
Yeah.
It's mandatory, one per episode.
And yeah, the way Abigail worked is she had the darkened condition, which can be resolved if, let me pull up darkened. Darkened.
Can be resolved by telling them to be not depressed.
I mean, she still has her depression. She does have the depressed quality.
No, I fixed it. I told her not to.
Depression persistent. But above that, darkened. Causes, yada yada yada. Resolution. The character makes a great sacrifice, either as restitution for sins or to save someone from death or grave injury. Or the character raises his integrity to 8 or more. I ruled that throwing herself into the line of fire to throw a fire extinguisher was a pretty big sacrifice.
On the nose, but yeah.
And even then, she had barely any darkened in her. She was barely darkened. So she was just a little smoky.
Also,
and yeah, a little on the nose.
A little on the nose, considering I was also on fire. But
yeah,
it's fine. It's fine. A little on the nose is necessary sometimes.
Yeah. I'm just waiting for the color of the flame and intensity of the flame whenever you cast wreath and flame on her. With using Abigail as a source, the color and intensity is going to change and change over the course of the story.
No, she can't. She won't accept it for a while.
Yeah.
It's fine. We're all good.
You're good.
It's all fine.
All fine.
Everything is Daijobu. Daijobu happy
Also, I ruled
days.
that it will now be a +1 due to becoming good friends.
Nice. Daijobu happy days.
Daijobu.
What will the school life be like for Sophia from here on out? Find out next time.
Yeah, just cut to like menacing shots of the 3 other magical, magical girls.
Like poor,
magical...
like with poor shading. Just like,
yeah. Nice.
Like you can obviously tell.
Yep.
They're in the opening.
Yep.
When's one of those? When's Ombre gonna make a contract?
Next time I can get him available. See if he's available Sunday. I have a free day that day, other than Rebellion.
Yeah, other than Rebellion.
Also, the next session will take place on Monday, and not this Monday, but in-game Monday. So, and you heal 2 boxes. You heal 1 lethal damage every 2 days. Yeah, getting shot is surprisingly easy to get over.
Yeah.
So
I'm just back to full.
Nope. Remove 4 and 5 because that was Friday, and then you rested for the weekend, so that healed 2 boxes. But Sophia still has school, and she can't really tell anyone. She got shot.
She can skip a day. Nah.
Yeah, she can skip a day.
Yeah.
You want her to skip a day?
Nah.
No.
Nah,
All right.
it's
Also, that aggravated is going to be there for a while because it takes like a week of rest, and this, so it's probably going to be there for like most of the campaign.
permanently scarred.
Basically, yeah.
So I have 2 asterisks and 1 X.
Yep, 2 asterisks and 1 X. Unless Ombre gets, unless he upgrades his bomb ability really far, in which case he can heal aggravated damage with wisps
I hope
and
he
magic.
does.
Yeah, he can.
We
I
need
forgot
one
that-
healer on this goddamn team.
Yeah. That magical you fought earlier. Oh yeah, spoiler. She's definitely a magical.
No way, I couldn't
No
tell.
way. Yeah.
I couldn't tell by the way she dressed.
Couldn't tell at all. Or the fact that she had the pauldron regalia.
Yeah.
Yeah. She also still has those wounds you gave her. She has those.
Yeah, I assume so. I hit her pretty fucking hard.
Yeah, you hit it good.
Hopefully now that I don't have to. Hopefully next time I don't have to. Where I don't have to fight alone, I don't have to go all out every time.
I also tell you that going all out was good. You took out her entire health bar in one if she didn't spend those wisps.
Yeah.
You nearly one-shot her.
I nearly did.
Which is why she's like, oh shit, I gotta pull out my gun.
I gotta pull out the fucking Colt 15.
Yeah.
Blat blat, motherfucker.
No time for shield no time for my sharpened shield theatrics. Time to pull out Colt 45.
Blat blat.
Who needs to fight Darkton to Darkspawn with swords when you have gun?
Gun, the most powerful of all.
She took lessons from Homura. And what do you mean, a shield-wielding magical girl who uses conventional firearms? That's completely original idea.
Original idea, do not steal.
Do not steal. Yep. And yeah, I need to refine both the Cube Cerberus and Abigail's high-pitched voice.
Yeah.
I feel like I might be able to make Abigail's work, but her voice, I'm pretty sure if I do it for an extended time, will shatter my throat.
She just needs to be not that depressed anymore.
I mean, she's depressed, but she's not so depressed
Not
that she'll
that
turn into a darkspawn.
depressed. That's fine.
Yeah, she's just a little depressed now. She won't turn into an eldritch horror now from her sadness.
That means it's good. I mean, it means it worked that I told her not to be depressed anymore.
Yeah.
It worked. Perfect.
Perfect.
Sophia, master of therapy.
Master of therapy. Gain 4 dots in empathy.
Amazing.
Full empathy.
100%. All right. You have anything?
Nope. I thought that went pretty well.
Yeah, it went pretty well. Prologue in Heaven. I want to name it Prologue in Heaven, but I also want to name it like 0, but the word 0, not the number.
0.
I'll see what I do.
Also, I realized that I forgot to deliver the foreshadowing of that man.
Oh shit, that man?
The armed man. He originally had foreshadowing, but I forgot to deliver it.
Can you say it now?
Sure. It was going to open with the dad watching TV. Or when Sophia ran down, the dad was going to be watching TV. And it's going to be like, oh, there's escaped serial killers on the loose. Do be wary in this area. Then, oh wow, surprise, surprise, the escaped serial killer.
I mean, this makes sense in the perspective of Sophia, who just like, she didn't know.
Yeah.
Some rando.
Just some rando.
People just be turning the goop around here.
People just be gooping.
The G virus is around here somewhere.
Yeah.
Just doing the shit. Fuck you, G virus.
Turning serial killers into Resident Evil killers.
Yeah. Alright. Next time on Battles of Justice and despair.
Yeah.
I don't know what'll happen next time.
Have to see.
We'll probably meet more magical girls. That's probably gonna happen.
Nope, Ryuma's the only magical girl.
Only
There are no
one.
other magical
I'm
girls.
the only player.
Also, that arm was absolutely just like Wester's arm from the end of Resident
Nah, 100% original.
100% original. Yeah, that's
never,
what I meant to
never
say.
before.
It just happens to look like that.
It just
By
happens to look
complete
like that.
coincidence.
They stole it from you.
They stole. Yes, I had the idea way before.
They stole it from your unborn. Yeah,
My unborn child.
your whatever.
Are you okay?
Next time we'll meet more magical girls,
Next time we'll be more magical girls.
and hopefully one of them will fucking heal my bullet wound. Hopefully.